So what is up, guys? It is Tails, and today we are going to be recapping I Became a Despised Granddaughter of a Martial Arts Family, and I hope you enjoy this video and subscribe. Our story starts with our protagonist Yun and her father, Bakery Yu Gang. I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly, but don't roast me in the chat. But our protagonist undergoes reincarnation as a villainess in a novel, but tragically, both her and her father die. However, our protagonist Yon is granted a second chance to alter the course of events and prevent both her and her father's death. To be honest, it kind of sounds like honestly a fun manhwa, but at the same time, it's kind of sad. Our story starts with two unknown characters crying with incense lit in the background, with captions stating that there are those who cause the main character anguish and cling to his ankles. And Yon said that she was one of those people. Internally, Yon was thinking that she was a piece of scrap, with her stating that she's a threat to no one, where we see two maids in the background talking about Yon, how she caused her father so much trouble and she was a burden to him, but now that she's useless because she can't use martial arts, with Yon internally thinking that villains only make the main character stand out, with a tear coming from her eye. And then we see Bakery EU Gang's her father's like headstone, or like his like grave. Like, I don't know what it's called in like Japanese culture. Like before they bury the person, like they have like I guess, I don't know, like a recession, or like, an event that people can say goodbye. But like, I don't know what it's called in like Japanese or Chinese culture. So if anybody knows what that is, please comment down below. Uh, Thank you. With Yon stating that his death brought about some sudden memories of her past, where she read the novel and she was internally thinking, why this novel, why at this time? Because the events occurring in front of her are too similar to the Muram novel that she read in her past life before reincarnation. Because her father, the master of the Namgung Ryu-chan, the male lead of the novel, as well as the third young master of the Beck clan and one of the greatest clans in the martial arts world, and the holy sacrifice that awakens the main character who only knew him. So basically, essentially, her father is like the holy sacrifice key that like awakens the main character's power, and she's essentially like a support villainess, or like something like that. Suddenly glass breaks, and then we see Yon trembling in fear with the glass broken on the floor, with Yon internally thinking, it's strange, it's been several years since I've read that novel, but I can clearly remember everything like it's yesterday. And then we see a ton of background characters saying that Yon is so unlucky and she broke the cup at the funeral and she has no talent for martial arts. Yon with trembling fingers picking up the glass, stating internally, with her father's death acting as the signal, 10 years from now there will be a rampant slaughter of many characters that lead to a war. Yon accidentally cut her fingers, and laughing internally, stating that she's a failed product. And Yon makes the decision to run away in the middle of the night, stating to herself, running away to a place where the supporting villainess doesn't exist. And she says, if I run away, I can start a whole new life and forget the original storyline. But suddenly she gets hit by a needle and then suddenly falls to the ground. And she's asking internally, huh? What happened? And then we see an unknown character saying that that's disappointing, while he lands on the ground for the and then he said, for the daughter of Bakery Yu Gang to be in such a state while cleaning his sword, walking to her body, with Yon internally stating that there are levels to villainy, while the unknown character looks at her with Yan blood coming from her head, stating why. If a dull villainess like me exists, with the other character asking her, "Are you curious?" So, but Yan didn't hear his last words, and suddenly it's getting darker. And then so that's how our protagonist died. But suddenly we see someone stating that it hurts out loud, and then we see bottles of beer and tea, and then we hear someone talking about Neon stating that she's useless. And then also, depending on where you go to read the manga, right, the translations are totally different. So like be careful on like which manga translator or website you go to read the mangas. And then all of a sudden we hear Yan stating that it hurts, please spare me. And then suddenly she wakes up staring at her roof, stating out loud, what exactly is my room? I'm pretty sure I died. And then Yan, huffing and puffing, looks to her left and suddenly sees someone holding her hand, and it's her father, Bakery EU Gang, with tears coming from his eyes because he was worried, with Yan realizing it's her father, and she states out loud, "Father." So Yan thinks that she's still dead and she's viewing memories from her past and the afterlife, and then she states that her father received scorn from many women for having incredibly beautiful looks. Come on now, my guy just look hella fine. You can't hate him for that. And then he was an upright and justice person who was responsible for the main character's development. So I was basically correct. Her father is the friend of the main character, and then she's apparently the support villainess, and her father is the main key that drives the main character's development, with her stating that she's only seen her father cry once due to that information I just provided, with Jan's father stating that, "I'm sorry, I should have been there to protect you." And Jan stating right now he's saying the same things that he said in her memories, though maybe it's because this is a scene from the past she's thinking. And then Jan says, "Father, no. Dad, don't cry." And then with her father with a stunned look on his face, saying that expression of confusion at first, even though we've been together for several years, to Jan thinking with a smile on her face. But suddenly there's a frown, with Jan stating that our relationship soured as time passed, with the two of them standing looking out in the open, with Jan stating that she doesn't remember his expression of joy and sadness, or even the last expression he made before he died. And then we see Jan standing in front of his, I don't know the name for this, his headstone, or like his oh wait, it's it's the name, shrine, his shrine. That's what I think it is, his shrine. So Jan was standing in front of his shrine, and then she was saying that he was a good person, but why did he have to be the sacrifice for the main character, with Jan stating that he was a character only in a novel, but her father was incredibly clumsy, but he always treated Jan with sincerity. And then Jan thinking to think I would finally realize that after he passed away. Jan stating in her past life and in her current life now, he was the only person who did anything for her, while, everybody treated her like trash because, obviously she's a villainess, but not a villainess. And then Jan stating, "I'm sorry for everything," to her father. And then she turns her head saying, "I love you," to her father. And then Jan saying again, it doesn't matter whether this is a scene from her past or a dream or hell. While Jan's looking at her father, she's internally saying, "I finally did everything I wanted to do," because she still thinks that she's in a dream, or like in some like kind of past life, and like this is some type of dream. And then, now she's internally laughing, looking at her father, saying that he looks quite surprised. And then now she was gonna lay down and say, now I can close my eyes. But then suddenly there's a glimmer in her eyes, and her father's hugging her with flowers around, and she's surprised, and and she's blushing, saying "huh" on her face, with Yon stating "huh" again. And then Yon realizes that she can smell her father's same scent from her memories, with her father telling her, I thought you hated me, but it seems far from it. And he's saying sorry, and he was unaware of his feelings, and it's his fault, with Yon with a surprised look on her face. And he says sorry again, sorry again. And then Yon's like, huh? And then like Yon's starting to realize this feels too real to be a dream. This isn't a scene from my past, while she has a stunned and surprised face on. And then actually Yon realizes, if I actually went back to the past, will I be able to be loved? While we see all of the main characters, or like I should say the supporting characters for the main characters, and then we see Yon stating that let's walk the path of flowers, Yon. So that was the first chapter. I do plan on making more recaps of this manhwa. I just wanted to do this as an experiment to see like if you guys would prefer AI voice or my normal voice, because like regardless, I'm terrible at writing scripts, and I'm trying to learn and improve that way I can make better manhwas. Comment down below if you like this type of stuff, or if you like the AI voice. I'm not sure, let me know. I need criticism, I need raw criticism, okay? Be genuine raw with me. So I plan on recapping more, and then I also plan on continuing the series that I started. So subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and peace out.